In this video, we will find the maximum volume of a box which can be obtained by these limited materials. And the method we will use is the methods of Lagrange multipliers. Moreover, we will discuss alternative viewpoint of this process in terms of gradients. Let us now understand this process involving an objective function and a single constraint. Here, this one, f, is the objective function which is to be maximized or minimized, and g is the constraint, which is the restriction for your solution. Now, if you define f together with this constant lambda, this f is called the auxiliary function. Now, if you derive this one with respect to each of these variables and form a system, what we mean is this one. The solution xyz gives you the critical points, which will be the candidate inputs for our objective function. And therefore, we can use this one to locate the absolute extrema of f. Now, instead of using the auxiliary function with this system of equation, you may also consider the simpler alternative viewpoint for the Lagrange multipliers. Here we have this lambda. Now, since the gradient of f is equal to this one, and this one is the lambda times the gradient of g, then we have the following system. So notice that fx is equal to the lambda times gx. Then we also have fy is equal to the lambda times gy. And then similarly, we have fz, which is equal to the lambda times g sub z. And finally, you simply put your constraint, which is the same system you can obtain when you use the process involving the auxiliary function. Let us now consider this problem. Here, a box is constructed out of 96 feet square of square material. Determine the dimensions that maximizes the volume of the box. Moreover, find the maximum volume. For the solution, the square material is of area 96 feet square to be transformed into a box. Say, for example, its dimensions are denoted by x, y, z. Then its volume is given by this one. And since it is constructed out of this material, then this means its surface area should be equal to 96 feet square. Now, to proceed with our next steps, first let us let this one to be the dimensions x, y, and z. Then we have our step 1. That is to identify the constraints and the objective function. So here, since the volume of the box is asked to be maximized, then this means this is our objective function. And since the solution should satisfy this one, restricted by the surface area, then we can extract the constraint g in this equation. So what we have here is that we can transpose this value into this side and then divide everything by 2 so that we can extract a simplified version of g, which is equal to this one. And this will be our constraint. And for our step 2, we now apply the methods of Lagrange multipliers, which is this one. Let us first calculate the gradient of v, which is now equal to this one. Here, since your v is equal to xyz, then vx should be equal to yz. Vy should be equal to xz, and then finally you have vz, which is equal to x times y. And hence we have this value for the vector. Now, for the lambda times the gradient of g, notice that this is also equal to this one. Since g here is equal to xy plus xz plus yz minus 48, then this means gx is equal to y plus z. Notice that if you derive this one with respect to x, this gives you y, this one gives you z, and this terms gives you 0. And similarly for g sub y, then you will have x plus z. And finally you have g sub z, then this is equal to x plus y. And this one is input in this vector. Notice that this one is equivalent to lambda times y plus z. Xz is equal to lambda times x plus z. And then xy is equal to lambda times x plus y. Writing that one, we have this one. For the first component, for the second component, and for the third component. Then finally, we add our constraint, which is this one. We now label this one as equation 1. This is for the equation 2, 3, and finally our constraint is labeled as equation 4. Now, we can proceed to step 3. That is to solve the system. Here, since we have some symmetry of variables, we can actually eliminate lambda first. So what we can do is we divide 1 by 2 so that this term should be divided by this one. So what we have is that this one. So yz over xz, which is equal to this one. So we can cancel out lambda. And this gives us this one. So we can cross multiply so that this gives us this equation. So we can obtain this one by multiplying y first in the denominator. So we have xy times yz, this one. So we also have xy, and then we have xz. Now notice that xy and yx could cancel out so that this one reduces to yz is equal to xz. And since we are considering dimensions of a box, then xyz should be positive. Hence, we can divide z both sides, and this gives us the simplification x equals y. Now, if we apply the same process on equations 2 and 3, then what we can obtain is a similar structured process, but here we can obtain the value z equals y. Hence, our dimensions are equivalent. So we have x is equal to y, which is also equal to z. Now, by the constraint equation, which is given by this one, we can actually substitute y and z by x so that this one reduces to this equation. And hence, simplifying gives us 3x squared, which is also equal to 48. And divide by 3 both sides gives us x squared is equal to 16. And hence, the value of x is equal to 4. Since x cannot be negative since it is a dimension. Now, since we obtain x equals 4, it follows that y and z is also equal to 4, and this point is a critical point. Now, for our step 4, we find the maximum volume. So what we can do here is we simply substitute this critical point on the volume formula, which now gives us 64 cubic units. Now, to ensure that this 64 cubic units gives us the maximum volume, we may choose any particular point that satisfies this constraint, and then we solve for the volume. Okay, say for example, you have x equals 1 and y equals 1. Then this equation gives us 2 plus 2z plus 2z equals 96. And if you calculate this one, you will obtain the value of z, which is equal to 94 over 4. Now, what happens is that if you calculate the volume with these inputs, you will have 1 times 94 over 4, which is a value less than 64. Therefore, this justifies that this one is the maximum volume. Therefore, the maximum volume of the box is given by 64 cubic units. In our next video, we will use the methods of Lagrange multipliers to solve this problem. The problem consists of two constraints, which is the plane and the paraboloid. These are the equations that the solution must satisfy. If you want more of the contents like this, subscribe and see you on our next video.